Welcome to your favorite podcast, Real Estate Unleashed. I am your co-host, Bridget Quinn. You can find me on social media, B. Quinn Realtor.
And I'm Regan Hildebrand with the Home Team Realty Group, your co-host on social media at Realtor Regan.
Howdy doodies.
Howdy.
Mario Karting over there today?
Yeah, a little red. Red's not usually my color, but sometimes you just gotta say stop. Had enough.
And I'm just saying, hey, don't be a miserable cow.
Yeah, exactly.
I did not get the Mario memo today.
No, yeah, you know what? Maybe we need to start coordinating again. We had the Star Wars thing going on for a while.
And Shrek.
Shrek. Yeah, I did see a Shrek t-shirt the other day.
I get so many compliments when I wear my, not the gumdrop buttons.
Yeah, Shrek is eye-catching. Shrek is life.
Yeah.
That's what my daughter
Shrek
says.
is life.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it's the t-shirt thing. Like, my t-shirt game's not as strong as yours, but every once in a while, Mario, gotta go old school.
I know, now I'm like, I've worn it. Ooh, something happened.
Gotta keep it fresh.
Try to.
And old school.
Yep,
yes. Yep.
92.
But
that makes me feel old.
Well, yeah, when you think about 92 and you realize, well, that wasn't that long ago. It was only 31 years ago. 31 years.
We can cue the montage of me
just us all crumbling, aging right in front of the camera. I mean, it really
does maybe feel like 20, not even.
It's hard to explain to children, just like
I know, but then when anybody looks at the driver's license, if I get carded randomly, they're like, "Oh, you're good, 1900." I'm like,
you have a 19 in front of it, you're fine. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Well, at least you can get carded. I don't get carded anymore.
Oh, it's only for like the ones that are like, we card anybody that looks under 80.
Well, yeah. Thanks.
What are you trying to say? Thank you.
Well, and we neither one of us have been been in the game 20 plus years as real estate agents, but now it's when I go to like an open house or a broker event or anything like that, and you run into other agents and you realize they don't look old enough to be a real estate agent. Or
they've definitely haven't changed their profile picture in 20 plus years and they don't look like an agent.
Yeah, because for a little background, like a lot of times when we look up a house listing on MLS, there'll be a link to look up the broker information for the listing agent, and you can click on it and it'll have like a picture of them. And usually it's the headshot. Like
hold on with the coiled rotary phone.
Yeah. And it's just like, then you meet them.
You laugh, but it's true.
Yeah, yeah. And you're like, oh, okay, I didn't recognize you, but I don't know. Somebody said to me the other day, you need to update your headshot. It's like, my headshot's only 4 years old. There are people out here with headshots that are 5 times older than that. Don't tell me that mine's too old.
Yeah. Oh, well.
But
we digress.
A little bit. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. When you're out there and you're meeting people and you're just like sometimes in shock and all that, there's people out there that are half your age doing this business. But here we are. Yeah. But speaking of things that can just, make you uncomfortable in real estate, we've got a few hot questions today. You're in the hot seat.
Hot seats.
Yeah. So just, we thought we'd bounce a few little things up
there.
Okay,
let's see what you got today.
Yeah, completely unprepared, right? Spur of the moment. I've got a few little quizlets here for you. Let's start off easy though. We'll give you an easy one. Yeah. Let's just say if you could pick yourself up and live in any house that you've either sold or shown in the past, you have a personal favorite from past memories?
That's tough. I would say I'll give you 2. So one of them is a historic home in Statesville. It was
my old hometown.
Your old home stomping ground. It was the one that used to be a bed and breakfast for a long time. And it's absolutely gorgeous. I can't even remember. It was like 18 something. There was a ton of people had died in there, so it was haunted, but it still had the old aesthetic, but it was updated, really tall, 10-foot doors that just open. I love it. It's so cool. So cool. Very good layout.
the old antebellum. You still see some of those
Yeah.
around here,
Yeah.
homes that just with those stunning ceilings.
Right. And I
And
mean, I've seen, we've both shown a lot of historic homes around Concord and stuff here, so I would take any of those too, especially the ones that have been updated.
yeah, well, historic homes, like you either get one that is gorgeously maintained,
Mm-hmm.
updated,
I
you
mean, yeah,
know,
you got the medallion in the center for the chandeliers and just the doors themselves, like true oak doors or
hmm
stuff like that.
grand
Love,
entryways.
love, love, love.
Yeah, yeah, those are the ones that are really awesome to see.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Especially like you said, the updated ones.
Right.
Then I've seen some in Salisbury that look good on the outside, and then home inspection reveals that they got like knob and tube wiring and
Right.
decrepit basements. But
And I would
yeah,
say the other one was for a little couple that ended up and bought close to where I grew up in Lexington.
hmm
And it was, again, an older house, but had caught fire like several years ago. So everything was taken all the way down to the studs and redone. And there's something just really nice about it. It was close to a little park, and again, kind of where I grew up, and it was the whole thing. It was so cute. So
Lexington,
cute.
North Carolina,
Lexington, North Kakalaki,
home of the best barbecue.
home of the best barbecue.
That's that's a divisive issue here in North Carolina, but I'm gonna
Lots of
stand
good
by
things in
it.
Lexington. And I'm gonna do a little plug. If you haven't been to Lexington, you need to visit. There's guys I grew up with that did created a cider place.
Ooh,
Fantastic Bull City ciders.
nice.
Tasty, tasty.
Lexington's a hidden gem.
It really
Yeah,
is. It
yeah.
really is.
Like
The best pimento cheese from Conrad and Hinkle.
yeah, there's another divisive thing, right? When you're talking
Mm.
in either North and South Carolina, like the divisive issues are
Barbecue?
barbecue and pimento cheese. Yeah,
True.
yeah. Everyone has an opinion on
Oh,
those.
so good.
Yeah. Now I'm hungry.
Now I'm hungry.
Yeah. I won't throw
They
any
have
like
some
food
also
related
has some really
questions
good
at you.
donut stuff.
Gotta cut off. No more donut, barbecue, pimento cheese talk. Yeah,
Mm.
it's too tough.
It is tough. No, but it's those are probably my two favorite houses that I would say clients have bought. I like a lot
hmm
of the houses that my clients have bought, but there's just something that's kind of like the whole package deal. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, and it's exciting too when like you see a house that you like, and
Mm. And you're
you,
excited about
you're
it.
excited about it. You can't buy it because
Oh, you live
you
vicariously.
live vicariously, and then they
Hmm.
buy it, so you get to watch the whole
I
process.
know it's so cute. The ones that bought in Lexington, the girl she had texted me, after they had moved in, because in the bathroom upstairs had a transom window,
Mm.
and so she's like, "Oh, I'm so excited! Look, I put my succulents up there." So it was really cute.
Yeah, I had clients that bought a fixer-upper just like a year and a half ago or
Hmm.
so in Kannapolis, nearby here, and they text like the basement was completely like a blank slate, and even still to this day, they text me updated photos of like what they've been doing,
I
that
love
whole
that.
transformation. Yeah, it's exciting. Shout out to Lucy and Greg. Hope you're watching. Love your house. Send me more photos. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, we live vicariously through others.
We do.
That's the fun part when you get to like see the happy little journey.
The transitions.
Yep, yep. But maybe on the more scary side of like things, not a house that you want to live in, but have you ever like actually seen something that either, like you felt like it was a little off haunted wise, or it, had a history of being a haunted house?
Well, as I say, the B&B house in Statesville was haunted. The girl that got it, she was sent from the Historic Society, like all these letters about everything, and it's haunted. Um, let's see. I think I told on the Halloween special, the one where it went in to view the house in Concord,
hmm
and all these dolls, the porcelain dolls, and
Oh
that
yeah.
was the eye thing. Remember that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, it was
hmm
creepy.
Creepy dolls. That's just still this day walking into houses and finding creepy
No,
dolls.
no, no,
Mm-mm.
no, no, no.
Walked into a
No,
basement.
no.
Mm-mm.
As I say, that was really about it. I mean, there's a ton of other creepy stuff, but as far as like haunted, I would say those would be it. But I think we had mentioned before too. I know that one agent up in Salisbury had that whole shtick about come see the haunted house,
Mm-hmm.
and that was the whole
The sell, like
the
yeah,
selling point of like come tour the haunted house.
Yeah, so. That brings up an interesting, like, kind of an aside too. Is never think like that some of these things are necessarily a negative on your house,
Right. It's how you
because then
twist it.
you can twist, and some of it's a little too twisted.
Mm.
But yeah, there's always a way to put a spin on it
Right.
to make it into a positive marketing piece.
Yeah.
Now, if it's like built on a Native American burial ground or something,
Well,
I don't know. We don't. That's
death
not
in a
a.
home is not a material
I was gonna
fact.
say that is not on the property disclosures. You do not have to
Nope.
disclose,
Nope. Nope.
uh, unless there's currently a body in the house. I don't think you have to disclose if there was one past. I did see a recent photo. I think it was on Instagram, like of like hardwood floors that unfortunately were stained from a decomposing body. That's the point where you rip out the floors.
Was it like the chalk outline?
Yeah, somebody in the comments said, just put the chalk outline on it, make it a conversation
Oh.
piece. Mm-mm. No, ripping them out.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah.
Oh
But if
gosh.
you were a house,
Oh.
what kind of house would you be?
Oh, I would definitely be a beach house.
A beach house
Oh
on the stilts, like or
yeah.
you know,
Give me some oceanfront property.
oceanfront, yeah, right there on the beach. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or a specific house. Maybe I'd be a Golden Girls.
Ah,
The
yeah,
Golden Girls Miami house.
yeah. See, like
Living that GG life.
speaking of like and I think, would you consider that like the Spanish architecture, like the Golden Girls house? Like, I
I
can't
would say
remember
theirs is,
the exterior. Did it have like
yeah,
the
sort of, yeah,
Spanish tiles? I can't remember.
sort of. It's, I mean,
Yeah,
it's the typical, like, not the Brady Bunch house, but sort of just that aesthetic, kind of like the old school aesthetic
yeah, yeah.
ranch
I like the
with the
ones that.
lanai.
Oh yeah, a good lanai.
I don't know. I'll take some of the new modern beach houses, as you say, the ones that are on stilts are
Hmm.
$1 million homes on oceanfront, man.
Yeah, yeah. I like the idea of having one that like I could go to anytime I wanted. Just just to get away, just to get away.
Well, if more
But
people want to work with us, and
then we'll start adding
well,
to
then
that.
we'll
Yeah.
we'll we'll add on to that, and then we'll
Hmm.
can buy a beach house together and
Well,
share.
yeah, no timeshares. Don't ever buy timeshares.
No.
That's a topic for another video. But yeah, definitely invest in beach mountain properties. Yeah,
Hmm.
get down with that.
Yeah, we definitely know several agents that have beach houses and mountain houses to
Hmm. Yeah, and
Airbnb in it.
I had clients that I hooked them up with an agent that I knew in the Wilmington area
Hmm.
that bought a little 2 bedroom, 2 bath condo.
Yeah.
Fixed it up themselves.
Hmm.
You know, yeah, got to start.
What about you? What kind of house would you be?
I would probably be a like you were talking about the historic homes.
Hmm.
I would be an updated, like not like necessarily antebellum type
You have
style,
your
or
quirk. You have your quirks, but you're still kind of
I want
hip.
like a old farmhouse. My parents
Hmm.
have a farmhouse, a brick 2-story farmhouse that was built in 1900,
Ish.
and like it's got all the same problems that we're talking about. Like you have to update everything, but I just want like um, the 2-story farmhouse with a wraparound porch.
Hmm. That's a good
It's a
one
beautiful
too.
veranda. Yeah.
That's a
Kind
good
of
one.
like well, no, not like Forrest Gump. That's more again like the plantation style. I'm not down for that.
Hmm.
But yeah, just the 2-story with a wraparound porch
Hmm.
and a detached garage
Hmm.
with a little archway. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. For sure. Just something like uh, too big to make any sense. Like, just bedrooms that you forget about. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
We have
absolutely.
a study.
Yeah, yeah, study. And I need
A
pocket
cigar
doors.
room.
Pocket
I
doors are
love
important.
old school pocket
Yeah.
doors. That's what I was
Exactly.
saying with the
Just want to
states filled
feel
up.
fancy. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
exactly. But so that kind of brings me to the next question. Like we know what we like,
Hmm.
but like if you were giving advice to like a home buyer, like just like one piece of advice, like what's
Mm.
the first thing you're going to start out with?
Assuming they can afford it
Mm-hmm.
and they're pre-qualified.
Yep.
Um, Take your time and find the house that speaks to you.
Mm.
Like,
That speaks to you as a haunted
no,
house,
no, no,
like
not
a ghost in the
not none
wall
of the
speaking to you.
creepy kind, but like speaks to you like. And as I say, I feel like when you go into a house, you get a good vibe within that first 30 seconds. You know that it suits you. It has, I don't know. just that good feel to it. Like you can envision yourself being there. You
Yeah.
know, don't settle for something just because you can afford it or it's the only thing available.
Mm-hmm.
Especially now, it's a little bit more on the market. You can sort of take your time a little bit more than you could during the COVID heydays. But
Yeah.
I guess just don't settle when you know the one that's right for you.
Yeah, you're talking about like speaks to you and like that gut feeling. Like,
Mm.
as agents, like we kind of know
Mm-hmm.
from like observing
Yeah,
a
body
buyer
body language and
within the
just
first 30 seconds.
yeah.
And I've even been to the point where like we pull up in the driveway and I look at clients and I ask them, is it
Well,
even worth
and to
going
that
in?
point too is what I always like to tell clients is, even if you see something online that's a maybe, go see it. I would rather you see it and say no to it than to miss out on an opportunity that could be your dream home.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it was for that Statesville house is, they viewed that house as kind of like I'm not sure that it's going to work. And that was the house that called to them.
Hmm. Well, and we said before, unfortunately, some homes aren't marketed the way they should be.
Right.
And they're not even like a diamond in the rough. They just didn't have a good representation online.
Right.
They didn't have maybe the right photos. Maybe it wasn't staged correctly.
Toilet seat was probably up.
Yeah, but and it goes the other direction. Some look great online,
Oh.
and they turn out to be buzz killer when you get there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you got to see it in person.
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
say so. That's my piece of advice is don't settle and see as much as you can.
and speaking like you're saying about don't settle. Like this market has ups and downs, and we've always talked
Mhm.
about it. But yeah, there's no point jumping on something that you might have buyer's remorse about later. Um, Amy and I are watching this show on Apple TV, Platonic,
Mm,
with Rose Byrne and what's the guy from the 40-year-old virgin, Seth Rogen,
yeah.
and it's hilarious. But like, there's like a subplot where Rose Byrne's character is shopping for a house with her husband, and they go to this old assisted living house that's available in L.A. and it's the only thing they can afford, and it's just gross on the
Right.
inside. And Seth Rogen's character said, "Don't settle for it." Like she obviously hates it, but it's the only thing they can afford.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's like a really good story for buyers out there right now. Take that advice of don't settle.
Well, I mean, there's subplots to that too. Is like if you're in a situation you have to take something, that's one thing. As long as you know it's not short term, but for your long term or dream home, don't settle.
No, no, yeah. I mean, everybody gets into that. Maybe we just need something that checks 7 out of 10 boxes,
Mm-hmm.
and we can then move up later to
Right.
something. But no, if you're thinking like you're going into house number 2 or 3,
More long term.
a long-term house, unless there's a life crisis going on, no,
Mm-mm.
don't settle. Absolutely not.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, we don't settle. We don't settle for less.
No.
Uh, uh, we don't want our clients to settle for less,
Right.
but we also don't want to miss out on opportunities to engage with our clients. So, kind of segging into it, the old click at the subscribe button for us, and hit the like on there too if you've already subscribed. And most of all, comment what kind of things would you tell a first-time home buyer?
Hmm.
What lessons have you learned?
It's like the quizzes that you see randomly on Facebook. What house are you?
Yeah, what kind of house are
What kind of
you?
house are you?
Yeah, what kind of house are have you stumbled upon that you felt was creepy or something like that?
Probably a lot.
Or dream home.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, send us some comments, put some likes down there, follow us on social media. You can find me on social media at Realtor Regan.
And you can find me as B Quinn Realtor.
And as always, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Bye.